Hi, I'm Sarah Hackett, the director of the Wisconsin Resource Center for Charter Schools. I'm going to tell you today about what a charter school is. You may have heard some things in the news or from colleagues or community members about what charter schools are and how they work. And so I want you to just pause a minute and jot down some ideas or questions you have, or some things, maybe just jot down what you know about charter schools so that as I go through this video, you'll have a few things to kind of check back in with yourself in order to make sure that this video is most useful to your prior knowledge. Charter schools are public, non-sectarian schools created through a business-like contract or charter between the Charter School Governance Board and an authorizing board. We have charter schools all over the state of Wisconsin. We have 236 charter schools as of last year. There's a few more starting up now, and 96 active authorizing entities in Wisconsin, although again, that number is increasing. And we have a full charter schools yearbook that we maintain from where I pulled this map, and you can explore all the different kinds of charters, filter them, zoom into the map, and really explore the landscape of charter schools in our state. So how do charter schools fit into the community? This is a graphic that we made that sort of shows, as a parent, what options you would have for schools for your child. There's non-public school options where you have your private school that includes vouchers, and then also homeschooling. Over on the public school side of things, there's district, there's open enrollment to another district, and there's independently authorized charter schools that are not part of a geographic school district. Within the school district, I won't go over everything in this slideshow, but you can see that there's district authorized charter schools that fall under that resident or open enrollment piece. And so we have charter schools that kind of fit into school districts, and then we have some that fit into the public school option side of the graphic, but there's no charter schools on the non-public school option. So please remember that all charter schools are public schools. Charter schools, like I said, are created from a contract between the charter school authorizer and the charter school governance board. The contract, in essence, asks the authorizer for certain autonomies that will make the charter school unique and how the charter school wishes to operate. And in exchange, the charter school governance board is guaranteeing that they will provide results back to the authorizer to show that they are performing the way that they intend and getting the results that everyone was hoping for. So with the great school, they're held to great expectations as well. I mentioned the authorizers in the state. We have just short of 100 authorizing entities at the moment. Public school districts make up the largest majority of those. We have districts all throughout the state authorizing charter schools that are either non-instrumentality or instrumentality, which means that some of them have staff that are employed by the district and some of them have staff that are employed by the governance board. Either way, they're authorized by the school district. In addition, we have public institutions of higher ed that are currently authorizing. The Lacoudere College is authorizing. UW System Office of Educational Opportunity is authorizing. UW Milwaukee and UW Parkside are also authorizing. Additionally, we have the College of Menominee Nation has the statutory ability to authorize, and any of the other 2 or 4-year college public universities and also the tech colleges. In addition, there's a couple other entities that are non-educational government entities that are written into the statutes. The City of Milwaukee Common Council is actively authorizing, and the Waukesha County Exec has the ability to. Now, I also mentioned on the other side of the contract is the governance board. The governance board are established entities filed with the state of Wisconsin. Primarily, they are non-stock nonprofit entities, and they're held accountable to their public authorizer through the contract performance measures. They're also held accountable by their bylaws, and they follow all public meeting laws. So, why would you have a charter school? Why would you want one? This question is different depending on which audience you are. You may be an authorizer, you may be a potential governance board member, which means perhaps a community member or parent. You may be a school leader, or you may be a classroom educator. Each of those has a little bit of a different reason, but in the end, we're really here just thinking about the kids. So, some of those reasons fall into these following categories. A charter school might be an innovation center. It might be a place to try out a pedagogy that families and teachers and students are interested in, but is maybe not ready to be implemented district-wide, or may never be implemented district-wide. Charter schools might also help with learning improvement in order to meet the needs of all learners. Not all learners learn the same, and so having a little bit of choice in there to help certain learners improve or focus in on the ones that perhaps you feel like their needs are not being met otherwise. We also have charter schools to have that exchange between autonomy and accountability. If we try something different, can we get different results? I mentioned the family and student choice in an earlier slide. We have families and students making choices already in our communities, going to homeschooling, private schools, open enrolling, moving to a new location so that they can access a different school district. We have all sorts of different choice options going on. Charter schools are one more element in that mix that provides that public school option either within the school district or through the public universities and other entity authorizers. We also have choice for teachers and for school leaders who are drawn to certain types of schools. Additionally, we have the community connection bucket listed here. We see charter schools making partnerships with businesses, with leaders, with organizations within their community or natural resources within their community in order to kind of strengthen those connections and really build on those assets. And then additionally, we have the financial sustainability. Sometimes charter schools have drawn in students to their district who otherwise may have been leaving the district or otherwise may be attending a neighboring district or another school. It helps just strengthen the mission and the long-term sustainability plan for some communities. I'll talk for just a minute about charter school finance, just for the main point being that charter schools that are authorized by school districts and charter schools authorized by independent authorizers are funded differently. I won't get into the details of it, but I did want to point out that district authorized charter schools are funded through the negotiation and the contract that's made between the governance board and authorizer. They determine that per pupil amount based on the district's funding. The independently authorized charter schools have a set rate that's determined by the state on an ongoing basis. Additionally, DPI is currently seeking applications for charter school grants. The grants go up to 900,000 and are due in February of each year. These grants are available for any schools that are going through planning or initial implementation of their school. And additionally, they are available for schools that want to expand or replicate. So just a quick summary going back on all the things that we just covered. Chartering is really just about that contract between the authorizer and the governance board. And those contracts, while we have a template for the legal needs that need to be in the contract, the design of the charter school is really up to the authorizer and the governance board, and we see designs with lots of variation. Chartering allows a student to attend the charter school at no additional cost to the family. They're free and public. And all Wisconsin school districts, as well as all of the universities that are UW universities and also the Wisconsin Tech colleges, are able to authorize. And the state funds are available to those schools. So we can see charter schools coming up all over the state at no cost to the student. And as I mentioned earlier, we do have charter schools all across the state, and our charter school yearbook will help you navigate what's available in your area. Now I wanted to go back for a minute to the things that you jotted down at the beginning and give you a moment to just compare your thoughts and questions with the things that I shared in this video. And if you find yourself with more questions, know that we're here to help. If you want to talk about a charter school design or just learn more about how all these things work, we're here and we have more resources to share. Please reach out anytime. Thank you.